Nowadays, software security is a vital component for companies and individuals alike. Cyber attacks are a real issue that businesses of all sizes face. From data heists to ransomware, numerous attack types take advantage of software vulnerabilities as a gateway into IT configurations. Regularly reviewing your network for any security weakness will help your organization prevent unauthorized access to applications and prevent the exposure and exploitation of sensitive data. But how do vulnerabilities get into software? 1. Insecure coding implementations. Numerous businesses have made software their key source of innovation. However, this dependency has placed a great deal of pressure on developers to create functional code in a short time frame. Unfortunately, the focus on speed and serviceability often means that security is being put on the back burner. 2. Constantly evolving threat landscape. Despite following best practices and utilizing strong, reliable cryptographic algorithms during code development, developers would be surprised to know that by the time the software is completed and out in the market, the algorithm will most likely be broken. This is an example of the never-ending change in the threat landscape and how most developers don't keep this in mind during the software development lifecycle. 3. Reuse of vulnerable code and components. Since the trend nowadays often dictates that whoever markets a solution first has an advantage, more and more companies are pushing to deliver digital innovations before their competition. However, this practice often results in the utilization of reusable, pre-built components that are usually procured from open source, third-party vendors. Here are some of the most common vulnerabilities. 1. Zero-day threats. A zero-day vulnerability is an asset weakness recently uncovered by cybersecurity experts. Unfortunately, malicious agents may have already been exploiting it before it was even detected. 3. Bugs and glitches. Problems in the code can cause this to happen, unfortunately make it difficult to identify. 4. Configuration errors. Software that has been misconfigured can become vulnerable. An example of this is if a database is developed to follow a fixed workflow to publish information to an internal server where users can access it. 5. Buffer overflow. Applications are often created with a buffer that permits a definite amount of data to be kept in a cached format. A buffer overflow, however, overloads that buffer, causing it to overflow and data to be lost or stolen, which can potentially compromise the system. How do you mitigate software vulnerabilities? 1. Define security requirements from the start. 2. Evaluate security requirements and risk information. 3. Observe coding standards. 4. Review software design. 5. Make sure your third-party software follows security requirements. 6. Regularly test your software. There are numerous advantages in engaging expert software development companies, especially since you're guaranteed to receive overall security from trusted and experienced professionals. Established development firms are experts in their field and are knowledgeable and up to date about the existing hazards in the industry and how to effectively mitigate them. If you have any software projects that need security review, feel free to reach out and we can work with you and help you decrease the number of security vulnerabilities in your software.